Hello and welcome. My name is Jaan. Hello young carers. Lovely to meet you all through this video. I have had the pleasure of hearing about you wonderful, amazing, beautiful, incredible people that are supporting others in your lives and nurturing them. So well done all of you. And I've been asked to create a video to share with you something that I find important in my world. So my career has been focused around working with communities and individuals, focusing on mental health and well-being. And one of the things that I've come across and that I've used for a lot of my life, both at times when life is good and everything's going well, and particularly when I'm finding things difficult, I go back to these principles, and they are called the 5 ways to well-being. And they were created by an organization called the New Economics Forum. And they looked at all the different research that was out there around mental health and well-being and how to look after those. And they came up with these 5 key themes. So I would like to now share them with you, please. So the first one is called Connect, and it's about connecting with all the significant people in your life. So your friends, your family, everyone around you, those that are interested in the same hobbies and interests in music and sport or whatever it might be that you have, and also all of those people that you don't yet know that you're going to meet. So it's about being curious about those connections that you're going to have in the future as well, and what are they going to look like and who might they be. It's also about connecting with yourself, so getting to know yourself as well. We are the person that we are going to spend the most amount of time with for all of our lives. So get to know yourself. Who are you? What do you like? What food do you like? What music do you like listening to? What makes you feel happy? What makes you feel safe and nurtured and looked after? What do you like to do to make yourself have the best day ever? So connect. The second one is be active. So activity and fitness can mean so many different things to different people. Some people that's all about working down the gym to get a 6-pack and a pair of bulging biceps. For other people, it's about being able to walk around the block for 10 minutes. It's really important that you work out what it means to you, and that's what you focus on, and that's your active. Set some goals if that's helpful for you. Start something new if you'd like to use this as a catalyst to maybe you've always wanted to try football or yoga or whatever it might be, dance. There's so many different free apps and YouTube videos out there, and as you connect with other people as well, you may well find that you can do these activities together. So remember, the important things here are to think about what active means to you. Really just drown out the noise around you that's telling you that it has to be this and it has to be that. What does it mean to you? Then try and find some time every day to put aside for it, whether that's 5-10 minutes, or whether you can give yourself longer, an hour, to go swimming or down the gym or run or walk, whatever it is, and then be able to see those changes that are happening in your life around being more and more active. The third one is around learning. So again, this comes back to learning about ourselves as well. So who are we and what do we like doing? But it's also about learning about our environment around us as well. So it could be maybe looking at some old photos and learning a bit more about your family or your connections or your community. It could be that you've always wanted to learn a new language or learn a new skill, creative skill like drawing or playing guitar. So absolutely, taking some time and seeing that as important to learn something new. Or it can be something very simple as well, like cooking. I'm currently teaching myself to try and brush my teeth twice a day with my left hand, whereas for the last 40 odd years I've always used my right hand. It's a real challenge. It makes me laugh quite a lot. I'm finding it much harder than I thought it would, but I can literally feel my brain concentrating and trying to learn this new skill. So whether it's just a few moments every day, or whether you are dedicating much more time to it, learn something new. The fourth one is take notice. So we hear a lot of people talk about mindfulness and being aware of what's around us, and it's that same idea. Take notice of what's going on for us. I sometimes do this at the beginning and the end of my day because I find that the easiest time to fit it in. So I'll maybe put my hands on my belly just so I can connect with my breathing going in and out. I'll close my eyes and I'll try and listen to the sounds that I can hear around me. I'll maybe see what the fabric feels like against my fingers. I'll take some deep breaths in and sort of feel the air going into my lungs and into my body. So I try and use all of my senses, and I also take notice of what I'm thinking and what I'm feeling as well. I just find it a good way to ground myself. But there's also, if we can go out for a walk, or we can go into the garden, or maybe just look at some nature, it's often quite a good way to take notice. And we can just see what's going on around us and try and connect with that. It's about focusing in and connecting with whatever's going on around. Or if we find that we're in the middle of a task like our homework, or doing a chore, or doing something maybe that we're not that involved in and we don't really want to do, it's about just taking notice about what else we can do. So one, taking notice of our feelings and what's going on, and is there anything we can do to change that? And two, is there something else we can do whilst we're doing that activity to entertain ourselves, like maybe stand on one leg or try and count backwards or whatever it might be. So taking notice of what's going on and then doing something about it. And the final one is about giving. So as I was saying at the beginning of this, I've had the pleasure of hearing about all of the wonderful things that you do to care for and support and nurture and look after other people. So often people talk about giving as in giving our time to others, and if that's something more that you want to do, then that's great. But I would encourage maybe this one to turn it around on its head slightly and be about giving to yourself. So giving ourselves permission to look after ourselves, giving ourselves permission to have that 5-10 minutes, maybe even an hour of time to look after ourselves. And if we can't fit that much time into a day, then making sure we can fit it into a week as well. So giving to ourselves, prioritizing ourselves. And within that, there's a really simple tool that I'd like to share with you. It's called box breathing, and it's something that I use maybe when I'm feeling a little bit wound up, or a bit frustrated or agitated, or maybe a bit nervous or worried about something. I do this just for a few moments, and it usually helps to calm me down. So I thought I'd share it with you before I go. And it's box breathing because you draw a box in the air. So you start off and you breathe in for 4, 2, 3, 4, and then you hold that breath gently for 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you breathe out for 4, 3, 4, and then hold that feeling for 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can go round your box as many times as you want to, and hopefully you'll help it feel you slow your breathing down, slow your heart rate down, and just give you a few moments of calm. Obviously, if that speed was too much for you or too slow for you, then change that and make it work for you. So I hope you found the 5 ways to wellbeing helpful. Connect, be active, learn, take notice, and give. Wishing you all fantastic times ahead, and thank you very much for spending time with me. Goodbye.